Welcome back to News Geelong on this cold, wintry Friday evening as we turn to the world of Geelong sport with our very own sport official, Nathan Curry. Good evening, Nathan, and can you tell us what's been happening in local Geelong sport this week?
I sure can, Meryl. First up in sport tonight, News Geelong's man at the Geelong and District Football League, Cal Lowther, caught up with Werribee Central's coach David Leach after his sides lost to Belpost Hill on the weekend.
David, missing a few players, but probably not a real excuse in the end.
Yeah, no excuse there, mate. Geez, you can't use the excuse you're missing any players, mate, because come finals time you could be missing the same sort of blokes, or you could be missing other blokes. So that's no excuse, mate. They outplayed us in the first half like you wouldn't believe. They just won the 50-50 contested ball. We seemed to get our hands on the ball and then come to a second stoppage, and then they'd clear it from that second stoppage, and that made them look a lot quicker than us, and then started making us look unaccountable as well, mate. So we're outplayed, mate.
Are you confident that you'll be able to turn it around come finals time? There's obviously a lot of stuff you need to work on. They're an extremely good side, probably the best at the moment. How could you turn it around, and what do you say to your players when you come up against them again in the finals?
Yeah, I'm confident we can turn it around, but at the same time we need to be able to obviously deliver on all our game plan and our basics all the time, and we only delivered on those for a small part of today. And do I think we can turn it around? Yeah, definitely think we can, and obviously we'll go back and we'll work on the things that we need to, and yeah, maybe get one or two players back, and we'll go from there. But that's not the end of the world. We're still in a good position, and we'll still go into finals, and it's still positive, but hate losing, mate. And I hate losing, the players hate losing, and they're hurting in there at the moment, and that's 2 years in a row that we've been touched up here.
Big game next week against East Geelong at home. How are you going to approach that with your team? You got a few to come in, or are you going to have a few that might miss again?
Yeah, we'll still have a couple that miss. There's 5 at the moment, and whether they come back, they do, mate. But we still put 22 blokes out on the field each week to do the job, and we didn't have 22 contributors, and we probably didn't have 10 or 12, and that's the case, and that's why you lose by 7 or 8 goals. And so yeah, we need to turn around next week. East Geelong are a good side. Me and Scrubber obviously got a bit of rivalry because we're mates and so forth. So they'll come out and they'll be in red hot form. They would have had a good win today, and we'll go into next week, and we'll start again on Tuesday. We need to go in there, have a beer with these boys, and then get down to training on Tuesday night and do things a little bit better than we have.
All right, thanks, David.
No worries. Cheers.
And thanks for that, Cal. Next up, and finally tonight, News Geelong caught up with Geelong Cats coach Mark Bomber Thompson to find out about all things happening down at the Cattery. Now, Bomber, what's your view on the AFL possibly capping the amount of interchanges in 2011?
We haven't got a real problem. In fact, I've been sort of encouraging our coaches to try and reduce it anyway, and I think we are 16th, so we don't change it. We're the lowest interchange club. I'm easy. I'm not one to try and shape rules for our own advantage. I'll just let the AFL decide what they want to do. If they want to bring it down to 80 or 100, or they're the rules, they're the rule makers, and we'll just live by them. I didn't want to be a copycat. I feel, and sometimes the players feel, that they'd rather stay on the ground a bit longer. They can be on the ground for 4 or 5 minutes and not get a touch, then 2 minutes before you take them off, get 2 or 3 quick ones, and that's, they say to us, well, why don't you leave me on for another couple of minutes or 4 or 5 minutes while I'm sort of got myself into the rhythm of the game. So, yeah, and I take their feedback. I think it's good feedback, and the receivers coach. So, so I'm not fussed either way.
You gave us an update on Max Rook on Wednesday night, but will he fit straight back into the senior lineup when he's fit and right to go?
Well, you never know. You never know the position of our list at that stage, the health of the list. You never know what form he comes back in. All I know is that Max Rook's been an incredibly good person and player at this football club for a while, and always stands up in big games, and it's as tough as nails. And if he's in good form, he's going to put a lot of pressure on the rest of the boys.
Do you think there's a concern with some of the stadiums in the AFL?
I think just the general talk around most players at most clubs, most coaches at most clubs. The only ones in denial have been, the stadium owners and a little bit the AFL. But it's great to see the AFL come out and really put pressure on the stadium owners to fix the grass up. I am very, very big on getting right surfaces to play on for our players. Some are too hard. Some have got cricket pitches in the middle, some are slippery. Let's just do whatever we can to provide the best surface for the players to play on.
You've had a lot of young kids really stand up this year, but who do you think's the most improved?
I think Travis Varco has just really improved a great deal. Tom Lottigan has been outstanding. We didn't have Tom earmarked as a key defender's position when Tom Harley left, and he's just jumped in and been a very important player to us. So, yeah, they're the two.
You've got Sydney tomorrow. Do you think they will change their game plan after their loss to Melbourne last weekend?
They're pretty consistent in how they play. They play us a little bit different every time we play them, but we pretty much know what we're going to get. They probably know what they're going to get, and just know that they'll just put out a better performance. They'll probably aim to start really well, put a lot of physical pressure on us, close the game down, kick the ball along the boundary line, try and keep possession of the ball, have a lot of stoppages.
Thanks for your time there, mate, and good luck to you and your boys tomorrow. Hopefully the ground's not too wet up there in Sydney. That's it for sport tonight, but before I go, happy birthday to all the horses out there on Sunday. And it's back to you, Meryl.
Thanks, Nathan, and enjoy the weekend of winter footy, and we'll see you again next Wednesday evening. Go Cats. Well, we've had fog, sunshine, cold, and it looks like we'll need the brolly in the next few days. Eliza Houghton tells us what's in store for our Geelong weather for the weekend and ahead into the start of the working week. Good evening, Eliza.
Thanks, Meryl. Now it's time to bring out those winter woolies if you haven't already done so. We reached a top of 14 degrees today, and Geelong is just going to get a lot colder over the weekend. Now, tomorrow we have a top of 15 degrees with scattered showers. If you're going to get out and do something this weekend, it's definitely the day to do it because it just gets colder and colder as we go. On Sunday, there's a chance of late thunderstorms with a top of 12 degrees. Monday, patchy clouds and rain around the city with a top of 13 degrees. A fine day Tuesday with 14 and getting colder again on Wednesday with showers and 13 degrees. Around the city today we had cloud and a little bit of rain but patches of sun, which was nice for the morning. So Meryl, get out your winter woolies and stay warm this weekend. Oh, and get better Liney, who isn't feeling very well.
Thanks, Eliza, and keep warm and dry. And thank you for being with us here on News Geelong. I'm Meryl Friend, and I look forward to your company next Wednesday evening at 6:30. Until then, from all the team at News Geelong, a big hello to our colleague Graham Rawlins, and all the best, Graham, and hurry back and have a good evening and a great weekend.